Well, true, there are not as many tobacco growers in Georgia as there were in the past, but the crop is still growing in many communities.
Yeah, a tour was held in South Georgia recently to give producers an opportunity to learn more about research efforts that are underway to improve Georgia's tobacco crop and help the farmers grow the crop more efficiently and economically. Mark Wildman has the story.
In Ambrose, Georgia, a number of tobacco farmers and others in the industry walked through a test plot of tobacco on the farm of Ben Smith to learn more about how to better grow the crop. It is all a part of UGA Extension's Georgia-Florida Tobacco Tour. UGA tobacco researchers J. Michael Moore and Paul Bertrand shared information on their studies with the group so they can better understand what is working well with the crop and they can understand the challenges as well.
The Georgia tobacco crop has improved greatly over the last 2 weeks. We've had a very tough start. It was wet, it was cool, there was a separation in transplanting with some early planted tobacco that has a lot of tomato spotted wilt virus prior to Easter, and then there's tobacco that was transplanted 2 weeks after Easter that has less tomato spotted wilt virus but is growing off very slowly. You know, all in all, we'll have a very good crop in Georgia, and we look forward to the marketing season when we can start taking those checks home.
On this particular field, the study is about a disease called black shank, and it is a challenge to Georgia tobacco growers.
This is a black shank chemical control project. We're looking at a brand new chemical that's out for the first time and comparing it to a product that's been on the market for some years, Ridamil Gold. Presidio is out for the first time. It's new chemistry. We're learning a lot about its ability to control black shank as compared to the standard Ridamil Gold. And we came to a very good spot because we knew how bad black shank was and we knew that we would have black shank symptomology develop. Without these chemicals, we'd expect total loss of this tobacco in this particular area.
UGA works hard to make advances in tobacco production, and tours like this one are important. But all of this could not be done without the support of the tobacco farmer.
And it's particularly critical now. In the old days, before the buyout, we could reward a grower with additional quota that would be like the size of plot. So we had a 4-acre plot, we could give him 4 acres of additional quota. Now with the contracts, and particularly this year where they don't want any extra tobacco produced, if they do a plot, they just have to take it out of their own, essentially. So they're doing it for old time's sake and because they value the information.
When a grower participates in a farm tour, they get the chance to hear presentations by research personnel, walk the fields to see how the crop is doing, and network with other producers.
This is an outstanding participation in the Georgia-Florida Tobacco Tour. We've had upwards of 30 cars in a caravan across the state from county to county, from farm to farm. We had over 60 people with us last night for dinner. We expect the crowd to continue because there's a lot of interest in tobacco and tobacco production in Georgia, and we have very good support for our University of Georgia tobacco programs.
It is hard to measure just how important tours are for the industry, but as farmers are forced to do more with less, the information gathered on this tobacco tour will be vital for the farmers and the economy of the communities they farm in.
Well, we're a smaller crop in Georgia than we used to be, but it is a strong crop in the communities where we still grow it, and those growers that do grow it depend on it heavily as the money crop, and that means that their local vendors in their community depend on it as well.
In Coffee County, I'm Mark Wildman for the Georgia Farm Monitor.